Okay, so let's next video I'll do the is the drivers and captains area here. So just give you a good look around here. We've got nice leather flex steel chairs that are in good condition, very comfortable. I've driven in them, up to 8 hours a day, and they're pretty comfortable. The passenger side one also in good condition. Generally, one of my kids rides with me. Both seat belts on both sides there. You do have curtains that pull all the way around. My wife built these curtains, and they do have magnets in them, so they magnet together in the center, which is cool. I'll show you that when we put them together. You got windows that slide open on both sides. Behind the curtain over here, this window slides open as well, and you got screens on both of those. You have fans up here that turn on, so fan for the driver and for the passenger, and you have map lights that also turn on. You'll have to excuse the background noise. My family is in the coach here, so I'm trying to get quiet for being able to do these. And so let's get up here and take a look at the actual dash. What we've got, we have a whole set of switches over here. You got your headlights, have your left and right windshield wiper, washer fluid, got courtesy light turn on and off, like when you're passing them on the road. You got a charge boost, which hooks your house battery to your charging battery, so you can start them if you happen to kill your charging battery. You got the fans. It's these fans. You can turn those on and off for both the left and right side. And you have a driving lights, and I don't actually know what that's for. I've never figured it out, but they do have them. And then if you remember, in the engine bay, I told you I wired the auxiliary radiator fans off of the temperature probe onto a real switch. That's here. You can hear them kick on under the engine bay with a lighted switch that turns on and off. Got your horn, got your driving stuff. I'll show you here when you click it on. 52,746 miles. And the headlights, if you pull the headlights out, you can see the low beams turn on. There's a switch on the floor under here, which when you click turns it from high beams to low beams. Took me forever to figure that out as well. So that's how you get low beams on and off. We'll do that. That sound you hear is the electric fuel pump in the front of the engine bay there. I'll go ahead and turn that off. And let's see, we got a DC connection here. I hook up our radio and my phone there. This lifts up. You can store things in there, put a cup or drink in there. I'm not exactly sure why it flips up, but that's what we use it for. Let's see, the entire front of the dash flips up here. So give me just a second and I'll push that up. And in here you have access to all of the things. So you got your fuse block way over here, and you got another fuse block here, and you have your air box for the air blowing stuff, and your glove compartment backside access there. And there is a CB radio under here, which I have never turned on or figured out how to use, but it is there. So that is the thing there. Your airbags for the tag axle are here, passenger side, driver's side, and you push and lower those to raise them with that. You have your tank measuring things here. So water tank is a little over a quarter full. Gray tank is not full at all, because I showed you a minute ago we keep it open. The waste tank is about 3/4 full, and the propane tank should be empty. Yep, it's empty. We don't have anything in it. And coach batteries are full. The water pump you can turn on and off here. So I don't know if you can see that or not, but it flips on and you can turn it off. Generator switch here does not work. The one in the bedroom does. This one does not. Never has. But you do have an hour count on the generator, so you can see here we have 321 hours on the generator. Next service is due at 4:25, so that's when the next service is due on the generator. Do have a glove box up here. My son keeps all of his video game stuff in there, so you can see all of that. And just so you can see some of the things that we do up here, we keep our printer hooked up under here. There is under there an AC plug box, which I rebuilt so we could piggytail off of it and use it up front. I keep a subwoofer here on the top of that thing here. And then let's see, one other thing over here, you have your emergency brake, which is pulled up. You just push it down to the flat position to take the emergency brake off. And on the side on the floor here, you have your leveling jacks. So when the power is on, you can flip the little switch here. Power's not on right now, so it's not going to do anything. But those will, where the key has to be in the on position, you can flip it up and off. And then you have the jacks, so left rear, and left front and right front. there. And then this is the valve for the mister system I showed you in the front. You can just turn the valve and flip the water pump thing and turn the misters on while you're driving, which is nice. So if you ever need that when you're going up a big hill, don't even have to get out of the coach to do anything. Do it all from the driver's side. So get to the storage up here. You got storage up on this side. And in here, I actually ran the piggy-tailed off of the AC that's under there and ran it through the walls. And through the walls, you now have an AC box up here. And I needed this for our home theater system. So I've got some extra wires and stuff up here that's just stored here. But this is a power strip. And the power strip goes around over to here, and I'll open both of these up. And you can see there's the power strip. I've got a DC inverter. There's a DC plug there. If you ever want to switch from AC power to DC power for your home theater system, you can just plug it into an inverter like this. I've got a HDMI switcher that's plugged in, and I've got Apple TV, Switch, Blu-ray DVD player. I've got a sound bar that I've mounted to the thing here. The sound bar I'm going to actually keep, and the subwoofer, but it's really easy to mount a new one up onto the block here. And the TV is actually really cool. I'll leave the swivel mount in the TV here. You push up on it, and it swings out like that. So the TV and home theater, and you can actually sit down and watch it from any of these chairs. You turn these to the side, or any of the chairs in the house, and you can actually watch the TV. And that one sound bar and the subwoofer, the little 2.1 one from Sony, are more than enough to fill the whole coach with sound. So a nice home theater system set up when you hook it all up like that. More storage on this side. Again, I've just got my son's video game stuff and some extra cables and things in it. And you have storage on this side. And again, more video game stuff. That's what happens when you have young children, video games. So these are all solid wood. These ones are original, right? So these are all the original teak wood cabinetry. And then this used to be a big box for one of those ugly old square TVs. And we rebuilt it. We mounted this onto the fiberglass and put a little cabinet door on it. So you could have this home theater set up with a flat screen TV and everything. And when this is pushed up, just pushes up like that, and it does not impede your view from the driver's seat at all, which is nice. So you can see unimpeded view of the driver's seat. And the last thing I want to mention is when you're sitting down, for whatever magical reason there is no blind spots with these mirrors. I've tested it with my wife and I. They're like voodoo magic mirrors. You can see a car go from the side, from behind you to beside you, all the way up to the window here and everything, just from those two mirrors and looking out here. Same on the other side, so you have really good visibility to see all the way to the end of the coach out of those. Really easy to drive, really easy to take care of. So that is the driving section, and we'll get to the living room and the dining room. Okay, so we're going to take a step back from the driver's area. Actually, before that, I just want to show you these do magnet close together, which is nice. So they snap together the curtains up there in the front. If we step back, we have the living room. So let me go back this direction so you can see it all. This is a pop-out table that has two leaves that'll extend all the way over to here. I will set that up so you can see it. This is our kitten. She's in the coach, and this is the couch that is in the living room. So a couple of things we'll go over here. We got the air conditioner up top that is brand new. And so we'll go over some of the renovations. First up, the curtains are all new. Okay, so the walls have been painted with a light tan that matches the brand new floor. So the floor is a brand new vinyl flooring. That is one of the floating vinyl floors. You'll notice we have three little things. These go with some melamine tables that are in the cabinets. I'll pull those out and show them to you as well. Those have been repainted and cut nicely into the new floor. And then we have, let's see, up here are sliding cabinets. All of these are real wood and they slide, and we've got lots of toys and stuff in all of these, but every one of them slides. They're real teak wood. And these are metal grates. We have spray painted those a blue that we found in the floor colors, so it sort of brings everything together. But if you don't like it, you can always pull them out and paint them. They are done with little turn buttons. So there's little turn buttons in here, the backs of picture frames that you're used to. We replaced 250 turn buttons on every single one of these all the way through the coach. So they're all very solid and just like new all the way through the coach. So there's those. You've got 3 of these storage ones on one side, and on the other side we have 1, 2, 3 that are in the living room here. So lots and lots of the sliding storage space there. Got all our homeschool stuff up in them. These lights, I'll go ahead and flip this one off, are have all been redone. I'm going to pop this open for you. You can see I have done LED lights all the way through, so the fluorescent ballasts have been removed, and they have all brand new LED lights. They use less than like a 0.2 amps, I think, per light. So they're very bright when they're on, as you can see. Gives us a lot of light in here. They're all daylight balanced, which is nice. The couch is in fairly decent shape. This is actually, we've got it covered with a brown sheet that we got from Walmart because not because the fabric under it is bad. The fabric is actually in great shape. It's just ugly. We don't like the blue, and we haven't reupholstered it yet, so we got a brown sheet over it. And the couch does lift up and turn into a jackknife bed. It is all storage under there. The floor ends about halfway under the couch, and the paint job ends about halfway under the couch as well, because that couch is permanently mounted, but you could take it out and reupholster it if you want, or you could put in a new couch, something like that. But anyways, the heating, the heater passes through under the couch here, so you can see there's a heater one here, there's one on the other side, and the heater is actually located in here. So that's the actual heating unit. The controls for it are up on the wall. I'll show you that in a little while in the kitchen. Over here we have replaced the phone jack with USB ports. So there's 4 USB ports up here, so you can plug in kids' toys and whatnot. You got more AC ports here, and then up under here, this is under the cabinets, there's more AC plugs, and you have more of these handmade wooden reading lights. So these have all been replaced with LED lights as well, so brand new LED lights all the way across. You got 1, 2, 3, and 4 of those in the living room. So we've also hung hooks up on the walls. We'll remove these for you, but nice place to hang bags and keys and such in here. Does have a fire extinguisher, and this is the master switch to turn the power off. Now, when these couches were originally made, they had a swivel chair here, so it has a room for a swivel chair if we wanted to put one back. We use benches around the table because it works for our family, but you could put the swivel chair back on both sides if you only wanted one person on either side of the table. But we have 2 kids on either side, and my wife and I, so it works better to have benches for us, and we can store things in them, which you can't do with the swivel chairs. So when we got the coach, didn't come with swivel chairs, so we just replaced them with benches in there. So that is pretty much the living room. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do one more video and show you the tables that come out and show you that this extends. Okay, I didn't close these all the way up because I didn't want to have to do the extra work to close them and open them again, but just want to show you it does have 2 leaves on it, and it does extend all the way over to the couch, so you could have someone sit on the couch, and you could have almost 3 or 4 people sit on either side of that if you wanted to. People on that side would be stuck on because of the table, but this one table does go all the way out to the side, which is very, very cool, and those 2 leaves here store right under the bottom. When the table flips closed, they are stuck there. Okay, and just in case that wasn't enough seating options for you, these are those tables, the little mezzanine ones. They are nice wood tables. They have metal blocks there and poles that go into the things. And you have 3 positions for them, the one in the center and the 2 on the sides. So you can have, a couple people sit up at the couch and a couple people around the thing. And the nice thing about setting it up like this is you could still actually walk through the coach when it is set up that way. So lots of different seating options, really well thought out use of the space. This is our dog. He's a poodle. He lives in here as well. But anyways, that is the living room area. Next we'll get to the kitchen and the hallway.